Well, I would like you to meet Steve Gutenberg, one of the stars of Cocoon. Steve Gutenberg, a man who has probably the most memorable line of the year in Cocoon. We talked about it yesterday.
Yes, we did.
We hear it once again.
This is Foreplay, I'm a Dead Man. Is that the one?
Does it bring down the house every time you've seen it?
I've only seen it once with a house, but the house went down. Incredible.
Pompeii, all over
Pompeii,
again.
whole place. It was terrible. They got the carpenters there today, I think.
But you know, sometimes a line can like help a picture.
Sure.
Spark.
Yeah, I think that hopefully that'll be a line that people will talk about. You know, a scene that people will talk about.
You do lots of memorable things. Everybody remembers in Diner that awful test you put your wife-to-be through for sports trivia.
Yeah. Well, Eddie did. I didn't.
You wouldn't do that.
That was Eddie. Yeah. No, I wouldn't do that. I'd put her through a different test. What town are we from, John?
The Heartland, Steve.
The test would be extremely intellectual.
How it changes.
It sure does.
You were saying before we get to Cocoon that Diner was a film that maybe almost didn't come off.
Yes. I heard that they weren't going to release that movie until the few of the critics got on the bandwagon and pushed it a little bit and got some support, and then it came out.
Because it was kind of a trendsetter. It showed that movies with young people could be intelligent.
Yes.
Could show some thoughts going on behind those eyes, things like that.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Do you like that sort of thing? Do you think the movie has been made yet that really shows our generation as thinking people rather than breakdancers?
I think that everywhere. Well, you mean our generation isn't breakdancers? Oh.
Not always.
But Don Amici breakdances in Cocoon, doesn't he? He sure does. I don't know. I think every picture is different. I don't think there'll ever be the movie that, oh, we've made this movie now, we can stop making movies now because we've done it all. No, that'll never happen. We just keep doing good movies. That's the name of the game. Do good quality movies that people enjoy. And that's what I want to do.
Because we've seen you primarily in comedies.
Yeah.
Does it mean maybe that there's a likelihood soon of seeing you in a serious role? I think you'd be pretty good as a heavy, for example.
I don't know. I'm real happy doing comedies that everybody likes. So, if a thing comes up that I'm going to do I'll do a serious piece, sure. But I like doing comedies.
How good is Cocoon? How good do you feel about this film?
Oh gosh, I just think
there he goes. I love this.
Cocoon is just great. I think it's an exciting picture. I think that it's got romance, suspense, action, comedy, great characters, great story, directed by Ron Howard, who we all know is a terrific person and a great director. So I think the movie's worth the money. You know, you can go see 4 or 5 movies this summer, right? Cocoon should be one of them.
I knew you were going to react like this, and I know it's not hype. I've seen you in action about this picture before. You really do believe.
Oh, I wouldn't be here if I didn't. I can't lie. I just can't do it. I'd rather go home. I don't want to do it.
Have you ever been involved in a project where the enthusiasm did run out halfway through or something, and you were left on reserves? Is that tough?
Yeah, that's happened, and it's not fun. You know, I mean, it happens in journalism, and it happens in a housewife baking a cake that doesn't come out great. You know, that's what life's all about: finishing it to the end and seeing it through. But the joy is when the cake does come out great, and the birthday party is a success, and that's like what Cocoon is. The cake came out great, the picture came out great, and I think everyone's going to enjoy it. So that's the name of the game.
Are you the person in real life that we see now and on screen? How would you describe yourself?
6 foot, brown hair, usually in a t-shirt and jeans, but now I'm in this.
Real reticent, shy fella.
Reticent, shy fella. No, actually, I'm a lot different than the guys I play on screen, and I'm probably a lot, in my real life, I'm a lot different than what I'm doing right now, because I'm before a camera and I'm being interviewed, and I know that if I sit here and be myself, maybe a little quieter and a little shyer, you would go on to Tawny Welch. So I think I've got to start talking.
What do you do, though, when you're off screen, on your own, those things that maybe a lot of us could never know about you? That you would care to repeat to the Heartland?
Care to repeat to the Heartland? Well, I have my own garden. And
really? You mean?
Yep. And I go to a lot of movies. And I like to spend time with friends and family. And I like to read. And I don't have anything really controversial to say. I think you'll have to look in the Inquirer for Matt Dillon or something. Maybe he's got something interesting.
Can you go to the movies and not be hassled by people who recognize you?
Sure, yeah.
Really?
Sure.
I mean, do you foresee that as a problem?
No.
I mean, most of us will never know what that's like. Maybe we secretly envy the prospect of being recognized wherever we go.
Oh, well, that happens to me, but I never think of it as a problem. I think it's great. People like what I do, so when they come up and they say, hey, I saw you in this, I saw you that, you're really good, and I think that's okay.
Okay. Where's your career right now? Are you hot? Can you feel it?
Well, the room's a little warm. No, I don't know. I just want to do good movies, quality pictures that people are going to like and feel that they got the value out of their time in this theater. I don't know where I am career-wise. I just wanted to keep doing movies that are good. And that when you see Steve Gutenberg's in a movie, you know that you're going to get your value out of the dollar you pay, and that you're going to walk out feeling good and saying, hey, I just saw a good movie, and telling your friend Bill and Clara that they've got to go. I think that's the name.
And Steve, well, we've only got about 45 seconds left. Let's leave with the fact
with
that
a moment of silence.
one of the most challenging scenes in any movie I've seen recently, where you have to learn that your prospective girlfriend is an alien from another planet. Rehearsing that scene on the ship must have been tough. How does anybody react to such a revelation?
Just the way this guy did. He jumped off the boat. He tried to swim away. He tried to get out of there. Picked up a blowtorch. Who knows what these guys might suck your face off or something. I don't know.
But that kind of a startling thing.
Yeah.
There's no way you can relate to that. Like, oh, I know how I would do. Because you've never experienced this. You don't have any aliens.
I experienced it right there. I just Jack experienced it.
Yeah. I want to thank you for a good picture.
Thank you.
Steve
Thanks
Gutenberg.
for a good interview.
You've seen him on screen recently. The Police Academy films, now Cocoon for 20th Century Fox. We're talking in New York City, and I'm John Tibbetts.